My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Moon Garden. What's that? You haven't heard of this movie? Well, let me tell you the plot then. The plot is a comatose 5-year-old girl journeys through an industrial wonderland to find her way back to consciousness. And this is a movie that has been on my radar for months, and I didn't know when it was coming out, and I went to show my brother the trailer the other day, and next to the trailer on YouTube, it said, rent now. And I'm like, wait, I can watch this movie? Oh my goodness. So I watched it last night, and yeah, this is one of the best movies of 2023. But let's begin talking about the cast, and the cast is fine. It does give me student film vibes in this regard, but everyone manages to be serviceable enough. Augie Duke and Breon Davis play the mom and dad, and they're fine. Haven Lee Harris plays the main character, the little girl, and she shows enough range, convincingly enough. Not a great performance though. Morgana Ignis is the standout. She plays the villain, and the physicality is really impressive. I could see her becoming a character actress in the future, kind of like Doug Jones or Javier Putet, because she really impressed me here. And then you've got Timothy Lee DePriest, Philip E. Walker, and Maria Orson. And look, they're fine. I just don't think their characters should have been human. I kind of felt like that was the one questionable, boring decision the movie made. Story-wise, like I said, it focuses on a girl going through a nightmarish land where she gets chased by a creature, but there's also these flashbacks, and we get a sense of her parents' relationship and how it has escalated throughout the years and how it has affected her childhood, her growing up. And it's about looking for the light and holding on to hope. And I think the movie does a good enough job with that. It's not why I watch this movie. It's not what I'm passionate about here. But it does its job well. But the direction is, if you haven't seen the trailer, watch it and you'll be like, okay, yes, you'll see why I love this movie. It is just, if Pan's Labyrinth and Mad God had a baby. It's just got that dark fairy tale vibe, you're walking through a nightmare, and I just totally dug that. It's gorgeously directed by Ryan Stevens Harris, and I've seen over 70 movies this year, and I know there's a 0% chance it happens, but in a just world, this dude would be nominated for an Oscar. This movie is pure imagination. It is pure creativity. It is pure filmmaking in every sense. If you gave this movie to anyone else, it would be a lesser version of it. Guaranteed. This guy put his heart and soul into this movie, and it shows. And it's just so weird because this guy edited Moonfall, and now he directed something as ambitious as this. And I don't know, I just think that's really cool. This movie is visually beautiful. I love the cinematography. It's very well shot. The way moments are framed and the grainy aesthetic definitely enhances the experience. I thought the lighting of this movie was top notch. I love the use of colors. It really elevated it. And he just plays around with all of these different techniques of speeding things up and moving things backward and using stop motion animation and traditional animation. You can tell that he's dipping his water into the pool, but this isn't I'm gonna try to do some things. He goes all out and it all really works. The stop motion is incredible. The use of traditional animation is beautiful, haunting in moments. And like the production design of this movie is just phenomenal. Every environment is brought to life so perfectly, and I also love the chaotic feeling he brings to this movie. It sometimes kind of reminded me of Saw, but that's not a bad thing. And some of the editing is downright like extraordinary. Like there are some transitions where I'm like, this is a master. There's a scene where the main character is underwater and it cuts to a flashback seamlessly. Same with another scene regarding a blanket, and I was really impressed by him there. I like how those moments where the little girl's watching her body and her parents through some blinds. I love the creature design and how the villain's just hollow and empty, and all he's got is teeth, and the teeth chatter. Whenever you hear that, you know he's on his way. I also love the decision to have the main character be led home through this staticky radio. That added to the atmosphere and the experience of this movie. Like, man, like just filmmaking wise, it's inspiring to me. Like, I'm not going to say he gets to the level of Guillermo del Toro and Phil Tippett, but my goodness, like, this is far better than. Like, this is the guy's second movie, and it's just far better than it should be. Like, you know, like, you can tell he has a limited budget, but he makes the absolute most of it. I honestly feel like this is a kind of movie that should be taught in film school, of just making the most out of such a simple premise. And look, if you watch this movie for this powerful emotional journey, yeah, you're not gonna get that. If you watch it for the story or for the characters, you get enough to care, but it's not the standout here. But if you watch this movie for the atmosphere, for the journey, for the craft, the vision, the artistry, the originality, then that's what this movie delivers in. And whatever Ryan Stevens Harris makes next, I'll be there day one. Like, I'm just truly blown away by the craft of this movie. My only real issues are, like I said, the acting can feel a bit student filmish. The story is fine, it's not bad, it doesn't bring this movie down, but sometimes I feel like it focuses on it a bit too much. I feel like the movie could have been tightened by 10 minutes. I also said some of the supporting cast shouldn't have been humans, in my opinion. It kind of took me out of the movie just a tad bit. And yeah, like that's really it. Like I'm just going to be singing this movie's praises all year long. It says on IMDb that's getting a proper release October 19th. So I don't know how much it early, but either way, I'll be encouraging people to seek it out. I think this is a movie definitely worth your time, but just to make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. But on that note, I'm going to go ahead and give Moon Garden a 7.5 out of 10. It's no secret that I want to make movies one day. I mean, I review movies on YouTube, and like this is the kind of movie I would want to make. It's actually inspiring. So yeah, definitely seek it out. And yeah, Moon Garden. Have you seen it? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.